Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111 here with your reading, your post moon reading. It's a big one. It's there's some major stuff going on. I just really feel like there is an energy here where we are really like it's like there's that what happens is like you're working really hard and you're coming to the end of the situation or of that part of the journey, and it just gets harder. And it's like when you're working out and you're going up a hill and you're almost at the peak of the hill before you get to the downward slope. It's like that last 5 minutes or whatever it is, like it feels like it's going to take forever and you might not get through it. That is exactly where we are in this connection today. Oh my gosh. There was some pause here. There was some concern as I was going through this, but as I was, continuing to ground myself and look at this reading, it very much to me feels like necessary. Any divine feminine or masculine that is standing in his or her power today as a very grounded, very understanding, heart centered, logical minded masculine or feminine will understand that this is not the end of the connection, that this is the end of a major cycle before any kind of union can occur. And I will tell you, the cards are very challenging. We've got the Devil's energy, we've got the Ten of Wands, we've got the Ten of Swords, 2 times clarifying union. So there's the World card, there's the Wheel, there's major completion. But again, from a grounded perspective, we've got the Fool 3 times. We got the Ace of Wands 2 times. We got the Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. It's beautiful, but you just can't see it. You can't see it. You can't see it because this is a time of heavy purging, major lessons. The feminine has completely retreated from this connection. She is purging. She is shielding herself because shit's getting a little tough. And the masculine is really going through it. He is in some major pain, major heart pain, major maybe physical pain, purging, like coming to this understanding that this is his life partner, that this is his divine feminine, but he's just not in a place because of his prior towers to move towards her. And so he's in this period of indecision. So I was really guided because of my Instagram reading the other day. And if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me there, Queen of Light 1111. The Instagram reading that I did showed that he's in a very dark energy right now. He is in a very sad energy. He's in a very painful energy. He is purging. He is withdrawn. He's detached himself. He got the Hermit card on his connection with his feminine, where he's pulling away to really look at himself, the things that he's done, where he was stuck, how has he learned the lessons. And so I was really guided today to just look at overall energies, just like regardless of the masculine and feminine in each other's lives, energetically or physically, what the hell is going on in their energy. And I usually do that with the environment, and I've done that, but here I usually ask for how it's related to the connection. Here in this section I ask just like in general what is happening in general. And so we'll go through that. Okay, so now before I begin, I have announced another workshop that I'm doing on when am I doing it? Let's see, hold on a second. I think it's October, oh lordy, October 27th, Sunday, October 27th, 1 p.m. I only have 10 seats that I'm offering because when I do these smaller group sessions, with these smaller workshops, each individual gets their own personal advice. It's a very safe, small session. So we've got 10 seats only on how to navigate through this twin flame journey, okay? and how to enter into sacred union. And so I'm holding this workshop. I've already sold 5 seats, so only 5 are left. So I'm sure once I put this YouTube video out and you guys watch it, hopefully we'll send the next 5. So this is the way that I am facilitating this session. Once you book your seat, I'm going to send you an email and I'm going to ask you, what are your personal challenges at this time? And I'm doing that with every person, and then that creates a few themes for the workshop. And I will then go ahead and address each theme and each person individually. And it's also like a little mini coaching session, okay? So for those of you who can't afford to have at this time your own personal coaching session, this is a great way to get some time to meet with other fellow divine people on this journey, and you will be able to see each other, speak, etc. And it's just a great session through Zoom. So if you want to purchase this, I only have 5 more seats left. Go to queenoflight1111.com and scroll to the bottom and it is there. And if you want to book your own personal reading with me, go to queenoflight1111.com. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I did not do blessings or anything like that today. What I did was I wanted to focus on the theme because there's just a lot going on with our masculine and our feminine. I really feel like, well, no, let's just go through the reading. Okay, let's go through the theme. First card for the masculine and the masculine on his theme. So when I asked the question, what is his theme for his reading? And this is the first card that I pulled. Before I get into all of this, I said, because I want to know kind of in advance, what is the theme going to be for the reading today? Okay, what is the theme going to be for our masculine today? And look at this. Look at this. This looks like a family. This looks like a family. You've got this strong masculine protector. You've got the feminine. You've got this child. This looks like a family. And look at this, is the clarifier, King of Swords. So when this card comes out, and by the way, any of the cards that I use are all on my Amazon storefront. The link is in the description box, okay? And by the way, if you're following me on Instagram, I went ahead and set up a Linktree account. So when you go to my homepage on my Instagram, QueenOfLight1111, you just click Linktree and it takes you to my YouTube channel, it takes you to my website, it takes you to my Amazon, it takes you to my PayPal for any donations. And by the way, thank you all so much for your donations, for booking readings with me, for trusting me with your journey. And I'm just so grateful for this collective and for all of you out there. So thank you. Thanks to all my subscribers and followers. Thank you so much, because many of you have been with me since the beginning, right? I started this a year ago. This channel is a year and a few months old, so it is still new. Okay, masculine's theme for the reading. This is about nurturing, taking care of others. He wants to protect this connection. He wants to take care of this connection. He wants to protect himself. And he wants to be in this King of Swords, this very strong energy. And what I'm really getting real time, I'm channeling this, he does not feel emotionally or physically strong yet. Look at this. I'm trying to figure out where the heck is the camera face. So look at this man. Look at this masculine. He can protect his family. He can protect his feminine. He's not feeling like this right now, guys. He's not. And that is his goal. That is what he wants to do. He wants to be able to fight for her. He wants to be able to protect her. He wants to protect his family. He wants to protect his connection. So this is his goal. This is his theme. This is what he wants. He wants to have this connection and be able to protect it. So right now, what's important for him is to nurture himself, get himself into this energy where he can be this protector. Now, granted, our divine feminine is strong. She doesn't need protecting, but still, we're in the masculine and feminine energies, okay? And this is what he needs. This is what he desires. And it's not from an ego standpoint, okay? That is also part of what he's shedding. Again, if you watched my reading on Instagram, he was releasing his pride and ego. He was releasing that Leo's energy, okay? And he was releasing old third-party energies that was feeding that ego. And so now he's in this King of Swords energy. And, you know, this doesn't have to do with his pride and his ego. This has to do with him wanting to be in his best form physically, in his best form emotionally, and be in his best form spiritually to protect himself and mostly his connection and his feminine and his family. Okay? So now, what is our divine feminine's theme for her reading? Well, she's like in this balancing act. So when you look at this, you've got the ballerina here. She's like, there's a part of her that's on the floor just looking like, how am I going to balance all this? This is a tightrope. How am I going to balance this wand, this apple, this ball, whatever it is? Ace of Cups. So they're mirroring. So when I look at this card where he's trying to nurture himself, get himself into his best form, she's really in this place of, she's being ambitious. You know, she's taking care of herself. Ace of Cups is about self-love. Okay, it's about new love. It's about her loving herself. You know, what is her goal? What is her inspiration? I feel like right now she's inspiring herself. Okay, she's setting goals. She's setting targets. She's got her life purpose. This feminine's probably already working on her mission. Okay, healer, psychic, whatever. And she's motivated. She's motivated by her love for herself. She's motivated by her love for her masculine. And right now she knows that this is definitely a point where she's possibly exhausted. Look, this feminine's laying on the ground, right? She's like, oh my God, this has been a tough ass journey. Like, what the hell? So she's exhausted, you know, probably at the point where she's wanting to give up. But despite this effort, you know, everything, she's kind of questioning, is she ever going to be able to achieve this big love? It, you know, her frustration, her doubt, sometimes her despair starts to cloud her thinking. But she's in this for the long haul. She understands this journey. And so right now what she's doing is she's trying to balance her defeatedness, right? Her exhaustion with her ambition. And so what does she do? Ace of Cups. She knows that she needs to feed herself and love herself at this time, at this part of the journey. Now, what's happening with the connection? This is what's really interesting to me. So what's happening with the connection? What's the theme for the connection? Look at this. This is like a puppeteer, and it's the Emperor. This, gosh, I gotta tell you, this, look at this. In this card, I really feel like that big jester is the universe. Look at the ballerina and look at the masculine getting on his knees and like proposing. This is what the universe is getting our masculine ready for. Okay? This is the universe now just saying, give this connection to me. Feminine, I don't need you to control it. Yes, I know you're weak. I don't need you to control it. Surrender. Love yourself. He's worked really hard on the masculine to put him through his towers, his pain, his discomfort, to get him to surrender. And he is. And that's so he can fully come into his full emperor power and have that proposal. So this really feels like, you know, and I don't care, like if you guys have this, I'm sure it says something different. It's about control, power play, etc. But that is not how I'm channeling this reading at this time. This is not, that's not what's happening. What's happening is the universe, to some extent, but it's in the shadow that you would think, oh, control. The universe is like, we're the universe's puppeteers. No. The universe is kind and loving and wants to make things happen as they should. And they are working with this masculine to put him into his full power so that he can come forward to his feminine and have this union. So I'm telling you, the theme of this for the connection is surrender. Surrender. The interesting thing too, the bottom of the deck for this tarot is the Ace of Wands. This is what is going to help us get to the new beginning. And really, look at this. Underneath it is the Ten of Wands. This is the energy they're in right now, man. Heavy, heavy burden, man. It is taking every single thing you have to get to the top of the mountain, to get to this ace. This is what's happening right now. It is that difficult. It is that challenging. Okay? And let's go ahead. I'm going to give you the guidance now because I want you to have the guidance in mind as I go through this reading. Again, you are the divine feminine. Again, you are the divine masculine. When I go through this reading, do not use your ego, your pride or your fears. Do not play into that. Check that fear, that pride, that ego now. Because when I get to this reading, it's going to show you just how tough right now is as we are going up that last 5 minutes up the mountain. Think about being on the treadmill and like incline 15 or 20. That's where we are. Okay? That's where we are. You can't race it. You can't put the speed on 10 and race up the hill. You'll kill yourself. You can't. You've got to slow it down, get up the hill slowly, and you'll make it to the finish line. Think of it that way, okay? So now the guidance for the masculine, let go of fear now. This is what he's dealing with. He is in fear that he may not be this man who can protect his connection or himself. He's in fear. He is in fear that he may lose his feminine. He is in fear that he may, come back to her before it's too soon and hurt her again. So the guidance is let go of fear now. Archangel Michael, please help me feel safe and deserving of your guidance. This puppeteer, he wants to feel safe to be that emperor, okay? Archangel Michael, please help me feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy, toxic, and ego-based thoughts or feelings. I literally am just reading that, but is everything I just said within the first 10 minutes of this reading. Helping me clear heavy, toxic, ego-based thoughts or feelings. That's what he's doing. He's letting go of his fear now. That is his guidance. Let go of your fear now. For the feminine, shield yourself. The masculine, if you are very connected to your masculine, remember this collective is in communication. Granted, spotty communication, but they're not like not talking. It hasn't been years. So they are in communication, physical, 3D communication. Granted, not every day. It is sporadic, but they're in communication. So my point to that is she's probably feeling a lot of this pain that he is in. Okay, she's feeling it, physical, emotional, spiritual pain. I guess as I'm feeling this, I'm hearing the masculine literally like scream with pain right now. I'm literally getting that. Like I can feel him. And I don't know if you can feel this about your masculine, but I can feel this collective masculine literally like in his bed, just like, oh, like wrenching in pain. And so the guidance for the feminine is to shield yourself. That's why this Ace of Cups is absolutely necessary for you. Nurture yourself, love yourself. Don't be defeated. Still be ambitious. You can cross the finish line if you continue to nurture yourself and shield yourself. So what does it say? Archangel Michael, I ask you to protect me, my loved ones, my vehicle, my home with your powerful shield. See, she needs her protection from the energies, from his energy, while still wanting to help and shield him, having Archangel Michael shielded. First of all, I always tell everybody, you are not the masculine savior. You are not here to save his life. You are not to be, to like heal him in his journey, right? Yes, the feminine can, as part of her own healing, heal her masculine, but he must do the work. He must have his own light. He must be his own light. Okay? So you are not here to do the work for him. He needs to do the work himself, and that is what he's doing. And he is in pain, and I know because you love your masculine feminines that you want to help them through this time. But no, you cannot. He is the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, the King of Swords. He is every king, and he will be. Let him come to this place on his own. You can't run up the hill for him. He needs to do it himself. Okay? Shield yourself. Surround us in your purple light, Archangel Michael, which only allows pure love to penetrate. Please stay with me day and night and keep my loved ones safe. Keep my masculine safe. Keep me safe. Keep my connection safe. That is the guidance. You don't need to feel his pain. You don't. Ask Archangel Michael to help you. So now, what is the advice for the connection? Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. Well, what's the truth? The truth is you are twins. The truth is, you will come into sacred union. Once you are in union with self, then you can come into sacred union in the physical. Okay? What else is the truth? That we are in a tough part of the journey. Admit it, understand it, accept it, and now crush this part of the journey. You can do it. We've got so many 10s, so many wounds, but we have a plethora of aces. We have tons of aces here. You're going to get through it. This is just a challenging time. These last 2 moons were tough. But this is the end of the cycle, guys. End of the cycle. Admit the truth. Act accordingly. I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so that I can be lovingly honest with myself and others. Please, Archangel Michael, give me courage and strength. That is what you need today. That is what the universe is blessing you both with today. Courage and strength to get through this last part of the journey. And I got to tell you, I don't typically read the bottom of the deck for the oracles. Make a commitment is what we got. Make a commitment. Okay? Make a commitment. You will. You've already made a commitment. You both have made a commitment. It's just being prepared for the commitment. That's what's going on. All right, let's go ahead and get to the overall energy for the masculine and the feminine. The bottom of the deck for this part of the reading is the Fool card. It's very interesting because the bottom of the deck for our feminine, for her part of the reading, is the Fool card. Okay, look at this. I know you can't see it. They both got the Fool. So they both want this new beginning, this fresh new start. They both want it. Okay, in their overall energy, they both want it. All right, so his overall energy, what's happening? 9 of Wands. He's wounded. He's wounded. It's been a long journey. He's emotionally wounded, perhaps physically wounded, spiritually wounded, but he's not giving up. He's not giving up. What's the clarifier? The Emperor. And look at that. It's a dupe to the Emperor. It's exactly what the universe is doing with him right now. He's not giving up. He's going to be the Emperor. And this is overall energy. This is like, I'm not giving up. I'm going to be the Emperor. I'm going to be that King of Swords for my family, for my feminine. Okay? I'm going to be that protector. I'm going to protect myself. I'm not giving up. I'm going to be the Emperor. That's his goal, right? Didn't we have that goal here somewhere? I forget where I read it. Oh yeah, so whatever, clearing him of toxic energy. Oh, she had ambitions and goals, right? But he's like, I'm not giving up. I want to be that King of Swords. I'm going to let go of my fear. I'm not giving up. What else is his next energy for his overall? Ace of Pentacles. He wants this new beginning. He wants to offer this. He wants a new beginning in his life, okay? And then 8 of Cups. That's what clarifies it. It's not that he's walking away from offers. What I'm really getting is he's walking away from things, behaviors, crap that didn't serve him, that he just like literally was invested in for years. He could have been in a karmic relationship for years. He could have been in a karmic cycle, not with another person, but in behaviors and situations and choices for years. And now this tower that's come down on him, he's just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't make the same mistakes anymore. Remember, he's got the Fool's energy. He wants a fresh new start. And so he wants this new beginning in his real world, in the 3D world. And so he's walking away from those things. But he's got this imbalance, 2 of Pentacles. And I said, what is that about? What is the imbalance? The Knight of Swords. He's just not ready. He's in this Knight of Swords energy. He wants to be the King of Swords energy. He's not balanced yet enough to come forward with his truth, okay? And then finally, 10 of Wands. He's got such extreme burden. If your masculine is experiencing back pain, body pain, some kind of pain, physical pain, 10 of Wands, I'm like, as I'm connecting to the energy, this is like a physical pain, emotional burden, maybe even depression. He's carrying the whole load by himself. He doesn't have to, okay? But he is. I said, what is that about? The Star card. He's healing. Healing is huge. It's taking a lot of work. It's taking everything that he has within him to heal right now. Everything. It's taking him everything he has to heal. 10 of Wands with the Star card. Star card is hope, renewal, okay? And he's wanting to be the emperor. He has hope to be the emperor. That's, remember, 9 of Wands. He's like, I'm not giving up on it. But the burden is, man, how am I going to get there? But he has hope. The universe is working with him. It's the Star card. It's divinely guided. This is the divine working on him to get him through this final burden. For remember, this Ace of Wands, which is the energy here for the theme. Okay, so what's going on with the feminine? Remember, the bottom of her deck, she has the Fool as well. And she's like, I want a fresh start too. I want a fresh start too. So the Chariot. So she, I feel like, is doing a lot more balancing out in her connection, right? In herself, rather, in her world. So he's got 2 of Pentacles, which is balancing, juggling, but she's got Chariot. Both of these things, these Sphinx, which is the shadow and the light within her. And look at, it's usually a man in the Chariot card, but this happens to be a female. She's like really trying to balance this light and the dark within her so that she can move forward, okay? And then she's got the Hanged Man, the hanging man. And she knows that her man is suspended. He is in his lesson. He is in his enlightenment. But as it's related to her, she knows that this connection is suspended at this time. And I know this connection because I clarified it. And we got the 5 of Pentacles. So the Hanging Man is all about a pause. It's about enlightenment. It's about staying in this Hanged Man's energy so you can let go of things that are not in alignment with you. And so right now, she knows that her connection is in separation. Her connection, they're not in union, right? Because there is a lack there. They're not completely aligned yet. Just the truth. 6 of Wands. She's like, I want to move forward though. I want to be successful in my mission, in my work, in what I'm doing. And then we got the 10 of Pentacles. And she's like, I'm building my long term. So what our feminine is really focused on is, yes, there's lack in the connection. 5 of Pentacles. Yes, there's lack in the connection. But I will be damned if I have lack in my life. I want success in my life. And success is not just material, but abundance and happiness and love and joy. Right? That she got through this battle, or will get through this battle to build a legacy for herself. That's what she's doing. She's like, you know what? I know this thing takes time. I know it's going to take time. I got to balance me out. I got to learn my lessons because I need to keep it moving forward. And it's not moving on. So don't say stuff and by the way, when you guys comment, I love all your comments, but if there's anything that's low vibe, I'm not going to approve it. I don't approve it because a lot of people read the comments. And I don't want people to be like, I'm moving on. Yeah, that's fine. Everybody should move forward. Moving on has a negative connotation. Okay? Moving on is giving up. Moving on is like, I concede. No, she's moving forward. She's 6 of Wands. She's moving forward in her life. Okay? All right. So now, in the headspace for our masculine and feminine, the themes: Devil and Man holding a coin. This is our masculine, King of Pentacles. So clearly it's telling us that our masculine is stuck, is bound in the 3D world, okay? This Devil's energy is one of temptation, but for me, it really feels like he's just really trying hard to walk away from all of these burdens. This is our masculine. So it really has to do with our masculine. Today's reading has a lot to do with our masculine and him getting into this, coming up that hill. Our feminine's still coming up that hill. She may be, 5 spaces ahead of him, 5 paces ahead of him. But let me tell you, he's working hard to sprint to come up, right? But because he's trying to sprint, he's getting caught up and he's feeling a little defeated. So the universe is working with him. Slow it down. Slow and steady wins the race. You will make it. You will be this King of Pentacles. You will be the Emperor. You will be the King of Swords. You will be the King of Wands. Okay? So this is the theme. All right, bottom of the deck for our masculines, head, heart, and environment is the Page of Cups And his clarifier is the Ten of Pentacles, okay? I got way too many cards here, so I'm having a hard time pulling them out. Okay, so Page of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. He's thinking about how he wants to get here in love. Ten of Pentacles, okay, with his feminine. That's what he's getting. And right underneath that is the Devil's energy. So funny. And then right underneath that is the Ten of Pentacles. Right, because that's what's stuck right now. What's stuck is this long term coming into union. That is what's stuck. So he's got Page of Cups for the bottom of his deck. He wants to come forward with his love. He wants to be, he knows he can't come forward as a page. He's got to be the King of Pentacles, right? And so he's working really hard. He's working on himself to get to the long term for his feminine. Bottom of the deck, head, heart, and environment for our feminine is Ace of Cups and King of Pentacles. I mean, everything has to do with this King of Pentacles. So if your masculine is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, huge messages for you today, okay? Huge messages. So Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles. She's like self-love, Ace of Cups. Remember, it was a match, Ace of Cups. And so now in the bottom of her deck, the main part of her reading is like she knows that she has this big love with him. But she's going to love herself first too. All right. So, clarifiers, bottom of the deck, Four of Swords, okay? Because I had to clarify. We got some extra queens here. You know how I am about the queens. So, but it's all good. So, Four of Swords. There's just a lot of healing happening. Tons of healing. Star card, Temperance card, Four of Swords. Like, there's a healing upon healing upon healing happening, which I just love. So, in the headspace for our masculine, prosperity begins, door to value. This is the Ace of Pentacles. Door to value is about him feeling really good about himself to come forward to be that King of Swords Emperor. So when he thinks about his feminine, he's like, I want to give her a new beginning. I want to have a new beginning with her. But I also value this connection so much so that I need to be in my full power, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, to be there for her. That's where he is today in his headspace. So when he is further thinking about his feminine, here's what he's thinking. Here's what he's thinking. Temperance. He's like, I need to heal. There's an imbalance in the connection. I need to heal. What is he healing? Okay? He's healing this Queen of Wands. He knows this Queen of Wands comes out and leaves him. Yeah, with or without you, Queen. All right? He knows there's an imbalance, that he doesn't feel value enough. And so here, my Queen of Wands may leave because I'm not ready yet. Okay? And then he gets the World card. He's like, things are going to complete. Cycles are going to end. About what? Queen of Swords. Remember, Queen of Swords comes out when she's teaching him a lesson. And that's what the World card is clarifying. The Queen of Swords is clarifying. He's like, I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson. I'm just trying to heal so she doesn't leave. Because I need to feel like I'm in my full power. So then he goes into this Two of Swords, which is stalemate. He knows he's not ready to act yet. So we clarify that. We got Nine of Wands. This is his wound. Remember, Nine of Wands clarified by the Emperor. Now it's coming up here and it's showing me that in his overall energy is his feminine, okay? Is this burden that he knows he needs to be the Emperor. So in his headspace, he's like, I have to heal. I have to heal this energy so she doesn't go into with or without you mode. I've completed this cycle. I've learned the lesson that she's taught me. But here I have to go within because I'm still wounded. I'm not there yet. I'm not giving up, but I'm not there yet. And I've learned my lesson, Three of Pentacles. I've learned my lesson. What did he learn? Seven of Swords. He learned from his deceit. I said, what about that? Devil's energy, that he was stuck in it, stuck in his defeat. So I was like, all right, yeah, I know that's what I'm channeling, but you know what? The microscopic Queen of Light needs to get further clarification. So I said, all right, Temperance, Queen of Wands, what is that about? That he wants to move forward with her, to her, give her a cup, so she's not gonna leave, right? And he wants to, but he needs to be in this Six of Wands energy to match her Six of Wands. He needs to come forward with his cup when he feels successful and ready, okay? But he knows he's not quite healed yet. And by the way, the Queen of Wands is here, so I know it's her. So I said, all right, what's going on with the Queen of Swords? And I already know the Queen of Swords is our feminine, and I used the pendulum, so I'll do it here for your benefit. Spirit guides and angels, please connect to the World and Queen of Swords. show me yes. So yes is front to back. Show me no, left to right. Okay, thank you. Please confirm that the Queen of Swords energy is our divine feminine. See, right away, front to back. I already knew it, so I just wanted to make sure that I showed you guys. All right, Queen of Swords, the world. This is the lesson that she has taught him. So I said, what about the Queen of Swords? Knight of Wands. He knows, like, he wants to move forward quickly, but as the King of Wands, which is the match to the Queen of Wands here. So basically the net for his headspace is, I've got to feel whole within myself. I need to be in union within myself. I've got to balance out the dark. I've got to balance out the light. I need to be in a healed place. I need to feel value within myself first before I ask her to see the value in me. Okay? I want a new beginning with my feminine, but I must heal. I want to come forward to her. Okay? Because he's leery. He's like, I don't know, she might leave. I've learned my lesson. I want to come to you as your match. And I want to come quickly, but I've learned my lesson. So I halt. I go within. I'm not giving up. I've learned my lesson through my deceit and what held me back in the past. That is what's going on in his headspace. So now what's going on in the headspace for our feminine? We have mental conflict and caring connection. She's like, this shit is just too much. This is Two of Swords. Mental conflict. So she's mirroring him. Oh, by the way, I said 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, the Devil card. I said, what is that about? King of Pentacles. This is him. This was a lesson he needed to learn to become the king, to become stabilized, okay? So, and King of Pentacles is bleeding through this whole thing. Like King of Pentacles for the energy deck, King of Pentacles for the bottom of her deck. He's everywhere. So major message if your masculine is an earth sign. So in her headspace, she's got conflict over this connection too. She's like, yeah, I know you are my person. I know it. But this indecision, this lack of movement forward, okay, is just getting her on the crossroads where she's just done with the connection, feeling stalled. It's like you take 3 steps forward, you move back 10, and now we're moving 3 steps forward, but we're still behind. And so perhaps she's a little too focused on timing. Perhaps she's a little too focused on movement. What she should be focused on is just her own patience, her own journey, and her own success. And in her knowing and in her faith that this connection will come together when it is meant. Okay? Because she's moving forward. She's not moving on, but she's doing what she needs to do in her life to be successful, to be happy, to have her own legacy, okay? So now, what is happening further as she is thinking about her masculine in her headspace? Queen of Cups, okay? She's like, I'm in my heart space. I have major love for him. I do. But that also lends to her conflict. So she's retreated, 4 of Swords. She's not. This is why she didn't come up as Queen of Cups here, is because she's retreated. She's had to pull back her physical 3D love, meaning like, trying to nurture him, be his nurturer. She knows that he needs to be his own nurturer at this time, that the universe needs to help work with him so he can nurture himself. So she's energetically connected and nurturing him, and perhaps even, energetically healing herself in this connection in him. But she's retreated at this time because Queen of Wands, because, she's kind of like, she knows she needs to heal this. Like, I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to abandon you. I'm not going to abandon you, masculine. She's not in the shadow of the queen. She's balancing her energies here, see? Where she has open love and an open heart for him, but she has an open love and an open heart for herself. She's not going to abandon him. So she knows that she's trying to balance this heart space with her passion, with her fiery head heart, and just take a little bit of a break. She's taking a little bit of a break. So we get 4 of Swords again, right? So that's when we know we're super tapped in. I said, what's that 4 of Swords about? The Fool. So she knows, got to take a break from taking a leap of faith. So 3rd time we got the Fool card now. She's just taking a little break in her headspace. She just wants to be happy. She wants her peace. 9 of Cups. And it's clarified by the Six of Swords. She's moving towards her wishes, right? Remember, Six of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. So she's just moving towards her wishes. Maybe she's decided to, like, focus on a hobby. She's redirecting her energy, people. This is what I'm getting. She's redirecting all of the energy that she put in here, okay? And this shield yourself. And she's redirecting the energy towards her healing, towards her happiness. Maybe it's towards her work, towards her business. Maybe she's decided that, she might want to be open to, dating. I don't know. But she's following whatever her wish is, whatever is going to move her forward. That is what she's focused on, okay? Because Five of Cups, she's done being sad. She's done focusing on the past. She's done focused on the missed opportunities. And I clarify that Three of Swords. She's just done with her heartbreak. And Six of Pentacles. She just doesn't want to go back and forth in heartbreak anymore, right? Because they're in communication. So it's like they're happy and then they're sad. They're happy and then they're sad. They're happy and then they're sad. And so she's very much in the energy. She's like, I'm done with the back and forth. Like, I will be here and I will be ready for you when you are ready. And if I'm still available, great. I just feel like she's in this energy of really honoring what it is that she wants, what it is that she needs for herself. And she's just done with the emotional roller coaster at this time. She's done with the emotional roller coaster, and she's done with the back and forth on this connection and continuing to break her heart and his over and over again. She's done with the cycle. So good for her. She's breaking a cycle. Finally breaking a cycle. That is called a breakthrough. Ace of Swords, spoiler alert, first card out in their connective energy. This is creating a breakthrough, okay? So guys, as we get to the heart space, that's where it's going to get a little challenging. Remember, we got Ten of Swords a lot here in the heart space, but this is the breakthrough. This is the breakthrough. So now in his heart, when he feels for his feminine, Eight of Swords, trapped in fear with woman holding a coin. This is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, which is his match. I said, who is this? Because she didn't come up as Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Who's the Queen of Wands? Queen of Wands is here. And who's here? Queen of Wands. So she's the Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. She's the Empress, right? So, like, I'm just done. I'm not even worried about third parties anymore, because at the end of the day, it's not significant. No one is coming up for him because he's just too trapped and trying to figure out how the hell to be the King of Swords and the Emperor for her. So in his heart, he's really trapped in fear. He's worried. He's worried about losing her and that she'll take this energy and leave. He's worried. Actually, as I tap into that energy, like, I start to feel his sadness, that because he doesn't have that door to value yet, right? He wants this new beginning with her, and he's just not feeling in his full power. And so in his heart, he's trapped in fear that his Queen of Pentacles, his divine feminine, his match, will leave because he's not ready. And so that's his fear, and he's in pain, and I can feel that pain when I tap into the energy. Okay, so in his heart space, as we drill down further, we have here the Ten of Swords. This is very painful for him. I think that's why I'm getting emotional, because I can feel his pain, right? Ten of Swords. It's painful. Ending. It's an end of a cycle. I said, what's ending? Four of Wands. He's just in fear that his connection with her is over. I said, well, okay, well, is it over? And I got Ten of Swords again. So in his heart, he wants to end the pain. He's scared. Ten of Wands is like a dramatic end, right? Because he just can't see the forest through the trees yet. He can't see that Ace of Swords that's there for him. That is that breakthrough for him. And so right now, because he's in his fear, in his heart space, he's like, she's gonna leave me. She's gonna leave me. You know, it's so funny, and I will share one personal story with you, because it even happened to me in my personal journey, my masculine. He sent me a text message, and he's like, please don't give up on me. And, because he's working very hard on himself right now, and to be this awesome masculine. And I was like, I'll never give up on you. But this is their fears that's coming out. And I feel like that is the fear for many of you, the masculine for many of you in this collective, is like your feminine's not going to give up on you. So work on this energy and let go of this fear. Let go of fear now. Give up this fear that she's going to leave you. Your feminine will move forward. She'll move forward and take care of herself. But she has so much deep love for you that she won't abandon you. She won't abandon you. So further in his heart space, he's got the Two of Cups. Okay? Gosh, every time. And when I get to his heart space, this happens. So, Ten of Swords, all right? He's trapped in his fears that his Queen of Pentacles will exercise her Queen of Wands energy and leave. And sure enough, that's what she's trying to heal. She's trying to stay in her heart space and not want to just leave. And so he can pick up on that energy too. So as we further drill down into the heart, he feels like, gosh, I feel unstable. This is over. Is this over? Two of Cups further in his heart space. And his love, he knows he wants a union, but he knows he's got to be on this journey alone. Hermit card at this time. He's got to retreat and go within. And then we have, I said, well, what is he going within to do? Six of Swords. He is really trying to get himself out of this rough patch. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing when he's retreating. He's not going out, numbing himself. He's not going out and getting stuck in the devil's energy. Remember, he's already telling you in his head, I learned the lesson. I learned the lesson. You showed me the lesson when you were Queen of Swords. I've learned the lesson. I'm the King of Pentacles now. You're a match. But I got to get myself out of this rough patch. So when he retreats from you, he's not doing anything shady. He's going within. Two of Swords, Nine of Wands. He's going within to see how he can come forward to have a new beginning. Ace of Wands, right? That's what he's trying to get to. He's not retreating from you to cheat, to do something shady. He's retreating from you because he's a spiritual being now, and he knows that. And he has a spiritual connection. So now he's using those energies, Two of Swords, Hermit, to go within himself. He's not using the devil's energy. He's not using like the ego energy to retreat and to end the connection and to fight and to be in his ego. That's not what he's doing. He's going within. So what else? Six of Pentacles in his heart space. He wants to be able to have this reciprocity. We just got that from her. That she's like, I'm done with hurting him. I'm done hurting myself. And what about that? Six of Cups. He wants to have a union where it's balanced and equal, but when he's the King of Pentacles. That's when he wants it. And I said, what does he want then? Ace of Wands. See, guys? Ace of Wands. Tons of aces. Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords. Ten of Wands, Ace of Wands. As the king. He's working hard, guys. Working very hard. But that doesn't mean to stay stuck. And that doesn't mean to sit in waiting. The feminine does not do that. Okay? So now, in the heart space, for our feminine, base chakra and abundance, I really feel like what she's doing is she's like, I'm going to survive this. I'm totally going to survive this. I am the Empress. I'm going to survive this connection. I'm going to survive my wounds. I'm not going to succumb to them. And Six of Wands, I'm going to be successful. You know, whether this works or doesn't, I will always have such deep love for my masculine. But in her heart space, she's like, I've got to continue to move forward in my journey and be abundant in my heart space. Okay. So now what is happening as we drill down further into her heart as related to her masculine when she feels for him? Okay. Faith cards, Hierophant. There's a contract. She knows that. But she knows Page of Swords, Princess of Swords. She knows that this contract is in a state of, right, in the Hangman's energy. She knows in her heart that there is a delay in communicating this manifesting this Hierophant's energy at this time. She knows. She knows there's a spiritual contract. She knows that there's a spiritual union, but she knows there's a delay in the connection. And she's being brutally honest with herself. Remember, admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. So in her heart, she's doing that. And that's why she's healing this Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups energy. She's like, I got to stay grounded. I got to stay balanced. Remember, that's the Chariot card showing me what she's doing. She's not going to get all fired up and leave. And she's not going to get all like, oh, let me help. No, she's in the middle. He's on his journey. I love him and I support him. I'm on my journey. I love it and support myself. Okay? That's what she's doing. She's being brutally honest about where they are in the stage of their contract at this time. Lover's card. Okay? So this Lover's card is about her divine partnership. What about it? Ten of Swords, right? Matches him with his Ten of Swords, Four of Wands. She's just like, I'm kind of done with the indecision. I'm done with the connection and this painful part of this connection at this time. And then I said, what about the Ten of Swords, Knight of Pentacles? She's slowly moving out of that energy. She's being more thoughtful, more logical, more heart-centered to get herself out of the pain and agony that this journey has been. And it doesn't need to be painful, and it doesn't need to be agony. But when you're not quite as awake or when you don't quite understand it, it feels like agony and pain. When you are awake, when you are in divine feminine energy, when you are the Empress and the High Priestess, you know that, all right, I got to surrender the pain. I got to surrender it. Be thoughtful, methodical, honest in your heart space, and you move out of it. So that's what she's doing. She's like, I'm survival mode, yes. Okay, let's just be honest. There is pain. She loves her masculine, but she's going to focus on her abundance, not her lack. So she knows the connection is delayed at this time. She wants to end this painful cycle with her masculine, but she has conflict, Five of Wands. She's kind of still balancing it out, right? Remember, Chariot card, still balancing it out. What is she balancing out? What is she in conflict about? Four of Wands. He got Four of Wands too. It's been painful, right? She's like, I don't know, right? Remember in her theme here, she's like, oh, I'm defeated. I'm exhausted. Are we going to make it here, right? That's the energy she's in. She's like, I'm defeated. I feel a little defeated. I feel a little challenged. That's why she's in survival mode. But she also understands it. Moon with the High Priestess in her heart space. She is just taking a step back, using her intuition, and I'm telling you with the Moon card, I'm very strongly getting that she knows, as the High Priestess, she knows that the universe is working on her and on him and on this connection in the background, and that's further confirmed by this theme. The universe is working with them for union, and right now the very focus of this for our universe is the Emperor. They're focused on the Emperor right now. All right, what's happening in the environment of the masculine? Spiritual union and fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. He's really working on his heart space right now. Remember, he's out of ego. He's out of his ego, out of his pride, right? Still healing all of that. Not giving up on this spiritual union. He's healing his heart space. So as we drill down further into what's happening in his environment, and remember, this is the section where I ask for third parties. We didn't get any third parties here because she's every queen. When he thinks about her, he's thinking about her in these energies. When he's feeling for her, he's feeling for her in this energy. She is the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups. She's every queen, okay? And so now in his environment, there's no third party. And you saw that just as I clarified this. So Eight of Swords. He's feeling stuck. He's feeling stuck and he's working really hard. Eight of Pentacles to get out of this stuck energy. He feels like he's stuck in the Ten of Wands stage between the 9 and 10 of Wands. He's in this period of trying to figure it out, right? Which way to go. Two of Wands. But the good news is that is completed. The World card. Okay, he's done with his indecision, but he is in his confusion. Seven of Cups. He is in his feelings, because remember, he's in his heart space, in his environment. So he's daydreaming. He's in his feelings. He's got a lot of them, and he's trying to, like, in the Magician's energy, try to figure out how he's going to manifest the things that he wants in his life. Okay, because in the Seven of Cups energy, it's also chaotic. It's like he'll procrastinate because there's too many things happening. got his hands full, okay? And so he's just trying to focus on what he should manifest, what should he be working on. And that's why he's got this Eight of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords, which is, gosh, there's so much to do. I'm stuck in my chaos. I'm stuck in that energy, but I'm working hard. I'm working through it. So the indecision is done. Check that box. Now how am I going to get through my feelings? So what else is happening in his environment? Five of Cups. Matches the Five of Cups in her headspace. And that's about the review of the past. That is about the missed opportunities. That is about what he's done, what has happened. And it's a little bit of victimization, and that's keeping him guarded at this time. Four of Pentacles. Okay? So he's working through his heart space and his environment in a big, 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 big way. You've got Seven of Cups, Five of Cups, Archangel Raphael, and the spiritual union. So he's very much working on his heart space. All right, what do we have here for her, for our divine feminine? She's trying to heal and be patient through her anxiety. She's got anxiety too, just like he's trapped in fear in her environment. She's really trying to embody this temperance energy and balance out this anxiety. She's trying to heal her anxiety. Remember, she's got mental conflict. Remember, she has Chariot. That's what you have to balance in order to move things forward. And so she's got this energy where she's trying to heal her anxiety. All right. So let's further drill down into her environment. So she's trying to heal her anxiety, her anxiousness. Six of Cups, right? It has to do with the past, right? It has to do with reunion. And we get the Wheel card that clarifies that. And so she's just ready to move forward. She's ready to get into a better time. But she's feeling a little stuck. What is stuck? This Ace of Wands. Why is it stuck? Because he's in the 10. He's in the 9. He's in the 10. And so in her environment, she knows this new beginning with him is stuck. Two of Cups. Remember, he got Two of Cups in his heart. It is clarified by the Five of Cups. And because it's stuck, she's feeling this loss of this union again. But she has her breakthrough, Ace of Swords, and that is her success, Ace of Swords. So she's got two aces. So I really feel like she's making major, major breakthroughs in her environment to balance herself out during this period of suspension to be victorious towards her legacy, towards what she wants to create. Look, man, he's got the Ace of Wands. She's got the Ace of Wands. And he's got... I feel like he's got other aces here. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. That's for him to offer, and that's what he's preparing to. Okay? She needs to be there to receive that as the Ace of Cups, and that is what she has here in this energy. Okay? So they're in a good spot, like in their form, right? He needs to be thinking about the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. He needs to be the one that's going to give that to her. She needs to be in the space of being able to receive it. All right? So that's what we're working on. He's working on getting to the place to give it, and she's working on getting to the place to receive it. All right. And remember, the bottom of the deck for these clarifiers with the Four of Swords is that's that healing happening for that birth of this connection. So now what is happening with this connection at this time? Ace of Swords. There's a major breakthrough going on in this connection. There's a major ending, Death card, and transformation happening in this connection. We are at this crossroads, Two of Wands, towards this new beginning, Ace of Wands, which will be a success through this Ten of Wands, right? Through the burden. So let me do this again. There's a major breakthrough happening. There is a major cycle ending for transformation. We are at a crossroads, wanting to get to this new beginning, this Ace of Wands, okay? And it will be successful. We will successfully get through this Ten of Wands energy that our masculine is carrying. Because why, Queen of Swords? Because he's learned the lessons. And remember, our Queen of Swords is our divine feminine, okay? Bottom of the deck for this part of the reading for the connective energy, Ace of Cups. Oh my God, and right underneath that is the Two of Cups. I'm telling you, if I felt like this might trigger some of you, but as I've just finished this, it's so beautiful to watch. So beautiful to watch. I'm telling you, your 5D selves are literally doing high fives in the heavens right now. Like, we've got this. You've got this. You've got this. You've got this. All right? If you want to book your own personal reading with me, go to queenoflight1111.com. And don't forget, if you want to join my workshop, go to queenoflight1111.com and scroll to the bottom, and you will find the workshop invite there. And remember, I only have 5 seats. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.